Hello everyone, I am Kim with Abundant Life Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me. I want to talk about TarotTube and which style of TarotTube suits you. So, if you want to explore the wide world of TarotTube, stay tuned. Welcome back. All right, so let's talk about TarotTube. When I first came to know of the wide world of tarot on YouTube, it was probably like 2015-ish, and I was in a place where I was watching YouTube for something entirely different, actually natural hair. From 2013 to 2015, I was watching content that really exclusively dealt with transitioning to my natural hair, right? So it's kind of funny that I end up segueing and going into a whole new direction as a YouTube consumer. I was very much into crystals my whole life, but really it went into high gear in like 2012. So once I really started understanding from my natural hair journey with YouTube, like the vast information that's out there, the vast amount of content, the wonderful creators that I resonated with was out there. I was like, oh, crystals. So then what did I do? I went ahead and, searched in the little search engine in YouTube and found witchy type people who have videos on crystal healing and crystals and such. And that was coinciding with my love of reading cards. And so it was like, oh, okay. I didn't put two and two together yet to go and search for others who might be into cards like me. It just was like, because I've been around the block for a long time, I'm 41, it didn't register to me that, oh, you could just go on YouTube and look for other tarot folk. Didn't think of that during that time. But what I did start to get hits on, probably because of the algorithms, was people who were doing readings for the collective. So people were doing readings for the collective, and those are such where they're doing all 12 astrological signs, or weekly readings, or daily readings, or maybe readings they opened up to folks who had questions, but it still felt like very much like reading for the collective. So I had my favorite YouTubers who were reading for the collective, and I fell in love. Like, it was perfect timing for me because I got to see all these different people who they don't necessarily, these types of channels aren't necessarily doing readings for, or doing unboxings or doing readings for themselves, or, talking about spreads or how-to situations. No, these are people just strictly, they've got the camera probably on the table or maybe up at their face, and they're just talking about what's coming up the cards for the folks who are called to watch them. Usually you find that these subscribers are loyal, and they come month to month if it was a monthly reading. And you find that these YouTubers tend to have larger subscribership, because their subscribership is very much interested in their readings that they're delivering, and it becomes something almost like therapy, dare I say, that you can go to your trusted YouTuber to read the cards. And sometimes it's just, for me, it was just like nice to just listen to their styles as I was starting to form my own reading style. So I still from time to time pop in on some of my favorite ones. And I just smile to myself to see how big their channel has grown, or how evolved their reading practice has become. And I don't get a chance to watch very much readings for the collective anymore, nor do I really do them myself. Every now and then I do it for my Rebel Soul members at my website, but I don't necessarily just do readings for the collective anymore because I'm doing so many client readings or hotline readings. I'm a little like taxed, and it's already enough, energetic pull on me from those that I don't have a lot of space for collective readings. Now, some people have the ability, they have the energetic bandwidth to do that. And I applaud them and I think it's great, but I just at this time in my life don't and really don't desire it. But it's not something to rule out if you're thinking about starting your own YouTube TarotTube journey, exploring how you feel about doing readings for the collective. Some things to keep in mind is that you've got to consider the language that you're using when you're doing the readings. What I mean by that is that you're reading for the collective. You're not just, you could say, oh, I'm reading for one specific person, but no, it's going to be hitting and registering against different people. So some of the language that you would use is, I'm seeing here that we're going to be experiencing this, or some of you will be feeling that, or this is going to be happening for a few of you over here, but the vast majority might be experiencing this. You see what I'm saying? You have to factor in the collective. In my opinion, that's where I've seen the most successful collective reading channels thrive, is their language that they use. And you can do your own homework and watch some of those channels and see what works for them, or what maybe you're like, I don't want to really take on that. It's not my style, or what have you. And you could maybe just gear it towards love readings or career readings or astral readings, or, the sky's the limit on what you may be called to collectively read on. So I won't rule it out for myself or my channel or my social media platforms. But it's just, I know that the first thing that I cut when I'm feeling busy is collective readings, right? But the channels who are founded on that, they don't. They just keep going. You'll see. It's like they're like machines. I'm like, because I know they have probably clients. I know that they're reading for, professionally. That's how they got so good. But I don't know. It's like, oh, goodness, I need some of your stamina. All right, let's move on to number 2. You could do how-tos. If you've been doing card reading or tarot or oracle reading for a while, or maybe you want to show how you modify a deck, or how you read with a particular spread, or shadow work, or working with a particular deck, you could do that, right? You could have a whole channel surrounded by how-tos, and you will find your niche. You will find that people want to know how to do things or how you process things, and never feel like that there's so many people saying the same thing, because remember, there's how many people on the planet, and there are people that are going to be attracted to your voice, your style, your presence, the way you explain things, the way you process your experiences. And that is what brings them to your channel. So if you're feeling like you want to do how-tos, definitely check that out. There's no shortage of YouTube creators who do YouTube kind of how-tos. And I didn't put this on here. Maybe I'll add this as number, well, I guess we can go with the how-tos as well, but it really should be its own category, which is interviews. So sometimes you might see people collaborating and discussing things, discussing specific topic. I'll put topic based. I'm just making notes for the description. Interviews. So it's this style, this how-to style, this interview style is very informational. It is helping your viewer to learn how to do something, or take away some information you want to impart, or get, help them to see a different light of something. So you could have a channel surrounding that, or you could watch a channel. If you're like, I'm not into content creation, but but I certainly like to see what else is out there. Just know that there's a whole world of how to interview, informational output kind of videos out there for YouTube TarotTube. Number 3, vlog styles. Vlog styles are so much fun because you get to see the inner workings of a TarotTube person. And so it's exciting to see that, right? It's exciting to see people's journeys. And we can learn so much from people, especially tarot readers, right? Intuitive people, empathic people, about how they process things as they travel through, moments in their life. Maybe they can demonstrate it in the 78 cards. They're going through a tower moment, or they're going through a lover's moment, and they're sharing about it. And it's so refreshing, and also so, it taps into a part of us that just loves connecting with another person, human to human, heart to heart. And vlog styles, especially with somebody who's intuitive, is amazing. So there's that for TarotTube. I know I personally do vlog styles from time to time. That's my thing. I'll talk a little bit more about which ones I do and why in a moment. But there's vlog styles. Then, of course, there's number 4. There's unboxings. Unboxings. There's no shortage of unboxings of new decks, mass market produced decks, independently produced decks, Kickstarter decks, Indiegogo decks, out of print decks that, for whatever reason, just need to be talked about, but they've been around for a while decks, just all, it goes on and on and on with the unboxing. So that might call to you. Maybe you're someone who likes to demonstrate and show and get excited with the viewer and want to share that excitement by doing an unboxing. And unboxings definitely have a place in our community because they help new readers to see symbols and different tarot terminology, or if it's oracle deck, see how a reader works with that oracle deck or how they plan to. It just helps those of us who've been collecting a while to say, okay, this is something I might want to check out or put on my wish list. So unboxings serve definitely a purpose in the TarotTube world. Okay, last but not least, number 5, AntiHauls and videos like it. So, these are the videos where people are like, oh, these decks didn't really resonate with me for X, Y, and Z reasons. This is me paring down. I need to get rid of some decks, so you can come along on my journey to do that. This is me going on a depth here, that going deep with my decks and not really purchasing any new decks, or so you can see the vein that might be going in. That's so you have the unboxings, which is like people acquiring decks, the acquisition phase, and then you have that waning moment of when people are like shedding some decks, or they're just not growing anymore, they're not acquiring, they're really just trying to be in a phase of appreciation of their current decks, or maybe they're just kind of done with decks, so you get to see them kind of part ways with certain ones, or all of them, who knows. So you have those folks who do those types of videos. And so where I fall is, for a while I was trying all of these different things. I was. But what really resonates for me and what really works for me in my channel is I like to do how-tos. Those are fun. I'm starting to get more into that. Vlog styles are a lot of fun for me, and it's just nice to be able to share with you all, about my card reading or my journey as an individual in this world. So that unboxings was a big part of my channel for so long. And, there will be unboxings here and there. But as I go through my waning phase in my collecting, we'll see how that goes. And then AntiHauls, I probably may incorporate some of that as well. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But you can have a mix. You could be a channel that has a mix. I did do collective readings, but it takes consistency. You got to be consistent in building, your subscribership if you go that route or go solely that route. I just found that I was happiest in doing the types of videos that I've chosen to do. So there you have it, folks. I didn't want this to be a super long video, just some different things to think about, whether you are a consumer of TarotTube videos or whether you're thinking about becoming a TarotTuber. Hey, here's some food for thought, at least for me, your girl Kim. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you like videos like this, please don't forget to hit the like button so I know that you want more content like this. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe, because that also is how I know whether or not you guys are into the content I'm creating. And I just like to know who's around in my little tribe. So, all right, guys, much love to all of you. Chat with you later. Take care.